Hey guys! Are you ready for some photo shoot ready foundation? Let me let you in on a little secret. So this is my absolute favorite combo of foundations. It just looks flawless. It looks beautiful. I love it. I can't tell enough people about this combo because it is honestly my favorite thing in the whole world. I like to combine. This is the Fenty Beauty foundation combined with the Hourglass Vanish stick. These two guys together, let me tell you, fantastic. It took me a really long time. Like, I wanted to love this Fenty. I think I finally found the right color. It was a struggle, I'm not gonna lie, to find the actual right color, especially because they're all sold out for so long when it first launched, and just finding everything. Eventually I picked color 280 in the Fenty foundation, but still didn't love it. My face got really oily, and I had some trouble with this foundation, even though I wanted to love it because it's Fenty and you have to love it, right? But I didn't until I mixed it with this. It's amazing. Let me just show you. So this is the Hourglass Vanish stick. I have the color Honey. So what I like to do with this guy is, let me get my hair out of the way. I will just kind of put this all over my face. I avoid the nose area with this guy because this is it's a cream foundation. It does make me a little bit more oily. So I kind of keep it off the nose, a little bit down the neck, just because this is a little bit darker for me, but it's great. So now that I've got this all over my face, I will take a brush. So this is the Morphe Y8, which is a flat top kabuki brush. This is my favorite for blending in this particular foundation. I think it's awesome. So I will just really pat this in and buff it into the skin. Now on its own, this foundation is really nice. I think it has a really great amount of coverage. It blends beautifully. I think this color might be slightly too dark for me, but I think it actually really works well as a base. Especially because darker colors actually help cancel out redness and discoloration and uneven skin tones a lot better than maybe your actual shade. So that's why I love putting this one on first, and it just creates such a smooth canvas for the rest of your makeup. It's fantastic. All right. Okay. So now I've got that all smoothed out, looking really good. Like, this would be, I'd put a little bit more maybe in some places, because this is kind of, it's not full coverage, it's definitely medium to full coverage, because I can still see I have a couple little freckles on this side of my face, which you can see through. But this would look really good on its own. But if you want to take it to the next level, let me tell you. So I'm going to put some of this on. It says shake well. It is a little bit more of a runny foundation, so I shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. Okay, and I'm going to pump about 2 to 3, oh, that was 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4 pumps on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to dot this all over my face. And this time I'm going to put it on my nose. It's one of the best tips that I actually ever heard but didn't believe until I actually started doing it, is less is more. If you have trouble with your foundation coming off, the secret is not really piling more makeup on, because you're like, oh, my makeup keeps coming off, it won't last all day, I guess I need more. No. That's the worst thing you could do. It's actually putting less. The less is more technique is really what you want to do. So if I try to put less foundation on my nose, I feel like it has better lasting power, it stays better. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so now I'm gonna take a beauty blender and blend it in. You want to make sure you're blending your foundation all the way into your hairline as well to kind of create that seamless effect. And again, blending it down my neck a little bit, just because I always try to blend it on my neck a little bit, even though I feel like this Fenty is a pretty good match. It took me, like I said, a hot minute to find the right match. Found some, returned it, ordered more from the Fenty website, wrong color. Finally found the right one. But even if you have a pretty good match, it's still going to be a little bit of difference, so I always just blend it down my neck. And there you go. It's flawless. It looked smooth. It looked... I love it. I honestly love this foundation combination. I don't know. Maybe more than anything else. Alright. So now we're all blended in with this foundation. They are... especially starting with the brush and really working that cream foundation in, and then finishing with the Fenty and the Beauty Blender really helps meld the two together, and it creates this just like very, I mean, the Fenty is called Pro Filter, but it really looks like you have that airbrushed kind of look with your skin with these two together, which is so fantastic. So now I'm going to move on to concealer. So we want to do Photoshoot Ready. We're going to take a combination of two concealers that are going to be super brightening. You want that bright light under eye and highlighting in the face. So I'm going to take two of my Tarte Shape Tape concealers. This is in the color Tan Sand, which I use, or actually three. I'm going to use three because we're going to be extra at the photo shoot. So Tan Sand, which is really close to my natural skin tone, which I like to use to cover up some of the dark circles under my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with light medium, and then just a little bit of light sand, which is very, very light for me. But especially if we want to do full glam, full snatched face, I like a brighter under eye. So I'm going to go in first with Tan Sand. And this I'm just going to put under my eye in this kind of the downward V shape. Trying to keep it a little bit closer to my eye to really just... this one has a really great yellow undertone to the base, so that helps cancel out all of that darkness. But I'm keeping it just right there where I do get the darkest circles under my eyes. Okay, so just a little bit of that. And then we're going to go in with light sand, or this is actually light medium, sorry. Light medium, the medium tone of the three colors. And kind of go over this, do a line down, kind of by the side of the nose, and then out. The other side, do the same. I'm going to take a little bit of this down the bridge of my nose, this highlighter, and on my forehead. Maybe a little bit. It's right here. Smile lines, upper lip, chin. Then, if that wasn't enough, we're going to really lighten it up. So I'm going to take light sand, which is, again, very light. So you want to go with a very, not a heavy hand with this guy. So I like to take this just right there in the middle to really brighten up this under eye. There we go. So now I'm going to go in with that same beauty blender I used to blend out the foundation and start blending this all together. Then to get the nose, I like to, actually this is a trick I've just recently been starting to do. I will start with my finger to kind of blend out the nose, so it doesn't get all over the place, and then I'll take my Beauty Blender and I will squeeze it so it's really thin and pat that guy in. And then up on the forehead. Now, I actually kind of like my concealer to dry down a little bit. I don't like going in right away after I have applied it. I feel like it gets a little bit better coverage if I let it dry for a second. So I take a card. You know, these come with everything. This is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe card, and just dry that down just a little bit, because I feel like the coverage is a little bit better when you do let it dry. If you go in right away and blend it out, it just feels like it shears it out. So I'm gonna let this dry. Okay, that should be good. And now I'm gonna take the pointy part of the Beauty Blender and blend. And again, I like to take the concealer up on my eye. I think it saves a step. I have used eyeshadow primers. They're fine, but I don't really think that they work any better than concealer. And so if you have an eyeshadow primer and you like it and you want to use it, then stick with it, obviously. But I feel like the more you can do in one step, the better. It just saves time. Ain't nobody got time for that, because this is already a little bit, I'm a high maintenance kind of girl anyway, so anything I can do to save a minute, I will. Okay. So now we're looking very bright, very highlighted, very photo shoot ready. So I'll see you at the next step for powder.